All right, welcome back. We're going to work on rendering a template. So I think the easiest way to do this is just to use ERB, ERB to render the template. So let's go over to our video and let's add a new method called description. And what we want to do is we want to pass in the template, the description templates template, and we want to use that as our template string, and then we want to create the binding. And I think we can use the binding from the instance of the video itself. So I think this might work something like, let's actually look it up. So ERB, how to render ERB template. Okay, so erb.new, we get the template. Okay, cool. So let's start with this. So the template string is going to be description template.template. Safe eval, trim mode, outvar. I don't know what any of those are, but we can figure that out. So like ERB template is this thing. Okay, and then we want to say like ERB template.binding self, I think. So let's just see what this feels like. Rails C. Okay. And we want to say something like, so video.first v.description. Private method binding called for ERB. So how does that work? Oh, result. And then we pass in, do we want to pass in binding or do we want to pass in self? Let's pass in self and see what happens. Okay. So video.first.description. Expected binding. Okay. All right. So binding. Sure. Okay. So video.first.description. Cool. So that gave us back test. That's exactly like what the description's thing is. So let's see. So D is description template.first. D.template is equal to, let's make it, let's print out like pound, and then the name, right? So title. And then we'll do like new line, and then say maybe chapter markers and d.save. Okay, and then if we go back to video.first.description, oh sweet, look at that. Okay, so then we have the description and we have the chapter markers. Look at that. Sweet, that's so cool. Okay, so we probably want a way to edit our description templates so they come out like this. And if I p this or puts this, oh my gosh, look at that. It's so beautiful. I love it. Okay. So, all right. So let's make a, I mean, that was like pretty simple, right? Like you created an ERB template and then you pass in the template string and then you render it based on the contents of the video. Like I think we're going to want to pass in more stuff, but because we have access to presenters and like resources and such, we should be able to loop over them and everything based on our template. So let's make a tool that can create the template. So Rails G controller description templates, and we want an index and a new and edit. Cool. So we're going to open up description templates new. Actually, let's go to routes first too, and say resources description templates. I'm so tempted to say resources instead of resources every single time. When I was deployed, there's this guy Giordano, that's his last name, who every single day we had to give like a brief, and he would he would use like alternate pronunciations of different words for the entire brief, and I would die laughing because it was hilarious, and it kept the mood light, and it was tough. It was tough work. We worked like 13 hours a day, so that we had a 1 hour overlap with our counterparts, or like 30 minutes in the beginning, 30 minutes in the end with our counterparts. So it was super long days. And you just like constantly flip back and forth between different pronunciations or whatever, like each time that he encountered the word. It was pretty funny. All right, so for the new A form, we're gonna say like description templates, and we're gonna have a div that's gonna have a label, and it's gonna have the name, and input text. The name is gonna be description template. I should have just called this template, whatever. Description template name, and the ID is gonna be name, and the value is going to be the description template.name. Okay. I think that's right. And this is going to be label for the actual template. In herb for template. Text area, and the name is going to be description template name, and the ID is template. And the rows here, let's make this a little bit bigger. I don't know, 20. That's probably a bit excessive, but whatever. At description template dot name, or no, dot template. Okay, cool. And then we'll say, yeah, submit. And then we can do the same sort of dance we did for presenter in the form here. Description template, okay. And then same deal with this. Cool. And then we want to pull this whole thing out into a partial. And we'll paste it there, and then we're gonna render that form. Okay, so if we go back to our application here, and we go to templates, we should see, nope. Oh, it should be description templates. Oh gosh. That's winded. Yeah, I'm probably going to rename this. I don't know why I went that hard. At this templates.each do template. Link to edit for the template. Yeah. Edit description template path template. Hopefully this is giving you some ideas too about like what's possible in Rails, like just with raw HTML, which is pretty powerful, right? Like okay, we're going to fetch all the templates and refresh the page. So we've got our test template. That's cool. One thing I haven't been doing is adding description templates. Is adding links to go create a new one. Yeah, let's say link to add, and it'll be like new description template path. So you can see all the paths too. If you run rake routes, or I think maybe Rails routes, I think it changed. Rails routes. This will show you, or it should show you, like the list of all the routes that are possible, right? And so you'll see like, okay, here, there's actually a bunch of new ones for action mailer and action storage and stuff like that. But by default, right, we'll have like a get route that matches on the path description templates / ID with an optional dot format. And the name of the route is description _ template. And you can put like description underscore template underscore path, and that will return the path for you, or description underscore template. And so when you call description underscore template underscore path, right, this one, because it has a required ID, you have to pass it an object which responds to that ID thing so that it can tell you description template /1 or description template /2. So for example, this description templates path here doesn't have any required like dynamic path or anything. So you can just call description templates underscore path, and that will give you back like /description templates. There's also one that you can append underscore URL to the end of these names. That'll give you like the fully qualified URL. So like, I think it looks up your domain and port in the production config for Action Mailer, where you can set like the URL, the actual URL. We're not gonna do that today, but just want to show this. This is handy if you're trying to like look up what the name of the path is. Let's do the same thing here, add, and this will be like new presenter path. Okay, all right, so we've got add. So we're gonna add a new template, persisted for nil class. Okay, so description. This thing needs an @ description template is okay, I'm just gonna change it now. Template is description template dot find params ID. Same thing down here. And then in our form, this just becomes template. So change, I need to change at description underscore to just at. I think that works, maybe. Could not find a description template without an ID. Huh. What? Oh, yeah, that's because it doesn't exist. Okay, so in new, we just want to say like new. In edit, we want to find one. All right, so there we go. We've got our name. It's going to be like testing again. And in here, we want to say like, okay, this is going to be the title. And then we want to say presenters. Or maybe we don't even have this thing at the beginning. We'll just say like title. Oh shoot, you know what we want? We want a summary too. But we'll add that in a bit. So for presenters, we're going to say like presenters.each do presenter. And then we can say presenter.name and dash presenter.twitter handle. Okay? And then we might have like some other stuff like this is common text that we put in all descriptions. Okay? And then if we submit, create could not be found. Template is description template template params if at template.save redirect to templates path else flash.now errors is equal to at template.errors.full messages render new, and then otherwise let's see def or like update, no, def update. Okay, let's see template. Okay, shoot. Redirect to, I have some snippets for Vim. If you want to check them out, I have I keep them pretty up to date. They're in my GitHub repository. Let's see, github.com/cjavdev/ I think it's like Vim snippets or something like that. If you want to take a look. Redirect to templates path, and then we're going to say otherwise we're going to do these two things again, and instead of new we'll render update. Also, I realized that I haven't actually like handled errors, but I'm just trying to like do it in a nice general way where I'm always putting the errors into this flash.now thing, and then we'll handle it some general way later in the application controller or application layout maybe or something. I don't know. Private def template params.require template.permit the name and the template. Okay. And I can't remember if the form actually uses template or description template. Yeah, let's change this to template. I think I'm going to keep the model name description template and then just keep the stuff that's local to it and name it template, so that if later there's a different template, like for the thumbnail or something, it's namespaced to that. But, oh no. Okay, we lost it. Test. At presenters, or presenters.pluck ID. Let's see if that works. Submit. Null value in template column violates non-null constraint. What? It's right here. Did I not pass it as template? Template. Oh, template. Okay. Let's see. Back. Refresh. Test. Submit. Oh my gosh. What is up with that? Oh, right, because the templates controller doesn't know about this. It needs to be description templates path. Okay, so, all right, let's add another one. Let's make this one serious. And we'll say, okay, so at the top, we're going to have the title. And then we're going to have the summary, but we're not going to do that for now. Then we're going to have presenters. And then we'll have presenter.each do presenter. And this will say, put out the presenter.name and presenter.twitter handle. Okay. And then if we submit, okay, so then if we go back to our videos and we edit the video and we pick our new serious template and we update the video, now we've got that longish looking description. But if we go to our video show, down here what we can do is, like, let's put it inside of a pre-tag, just so we can see it a little bit better. And we'll just say like at video.description. And that should render the render the ERB template. Oh, cool. Nice. Undefined local variable or method presenter for video. So let's go back to, oh gosh, how do I hide that thing? Slash presenters slash description templates. And we want to edit this thing. Oh gosh, we don't have a form yet. Is it here? No. Okay. So then edit at template.name. Okay, so we're editing serious presenters.each. Okay, so then we submit so that, oh my gosh. I misspelled something again in the update. Template params. Okay, so edit serious, presenters, cool, submit, cool, go back to home, go to video. Oh, sweet. Wait, no, it doesn't have any presenters. Okay, so edit, and then we want to add Tony Stark, Test, and Stevie, update the video, and refresh. And why are you not rendering? Oh, we didn't pick serious as our template. Update the video. Holy smokes, look at that. That is so awesome. I love it. I love everything about it. It's so beautiful. We've got a thing that makes things. This is super cool. I like this a lot. What we might want to do also is, like, another thing we could do is in the video show is put this, let's just put it in an input to make it a little easier to, or a text area. Let's see. So we can copy it easier. Test video. Okay, so we'll just make it like, we should make it huge. Rows is like 20, calls, it's like, I don't know, 100. Nice, cool. Probably a little excessive. 60, I don't know. Sweet, look at that. That is so cool. Okay, so now, how come it has this white space that's leading? I don't know, but this is looking super cool. And I think the next step is that we want to, well, we got to clean this up a little bit. So we got to make it so there's no white space, and so that maybe the Twitter handle is like actually like a link to Twitter and stuff. But this should all actually be, oh, you know what we could do is we could have it be handle or URL. Yeah, let's do that. So in the presenter, this could be Twitter URL, and this would just be like whatever it is, like Twitter handle. And now from our template, right, we can call, we can go back to our template, home. Let's do that. Let's add some more links here. Okay, so for our templates, we're going to edit our series template, and we're going to say Twitter URL. And then I bet you it's because of that, right? Like maybe. And then if we go back to our video, yeah, so now there's no leading white space, and we've got our thing that's printing out. Wow, that's so cool. Oh, so then if, yeah, so then presenter, if it doesn't have a Twitter URL, so we should do this, we should only just like if Twitter, if it's not blank. Otherwise, we should just like not print anything out, right? So like, there we go. Boom, look at that. Sweet. Oh my gosh. This is so cool. Sweet. All right, so resources. We got to figure out resources next. So I am actually going to call it quits for the day, and we'll come back next time and we can work on banging out links to resources, which I think will be pretty cool. So thanks for sticking with me. We'll see you next time.